Hello Aquarius, kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus. So if you're watching for someone who is Aquarius as well, welcome to my channel. So these reads are general reads, so I just want to remind you that, and that if it does resonate, that's wonderful. If it's not quite resonating, then check out one of your signs, which is why I mentioned Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus. So if you don't know what your other signs are, then there is a link in the description box below that will take you to a site that has a calculator on it, and it will work it out for you. The other thing is, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I invite you to do that now, or during or at the end of the video. Please also leave me a comment and or a thumbs up if this resonates with you as well. I always enjoy reading what has come up for people and how it's resonated with them, and or even a thumbs up is an indication of that as well. So I always like to remind everybody that these are general reads. So do check out what your other signs are saying if this isn't making sense for you fully, and if it is partially, just take what does and leave what does not. Okay, and like with everything, we have free will. Okay, so anyway, that was really quick. I kind of usually take a little bit longer to do to get through that bit, because there's usually messages that come through at the same time. But however, on saying that, there have been some coming through as I was saying that, and really there's something about like just getting on and doing it or doing something for you. Okay, and we're going to start off with the cards here that I'm using at the moment, which is from my Earth Energy Oracle deck that I'm going to be using, or not my deck, but a deck that I've purchased. And we're going to start off with that, and we're just going to run through the month. So there's going to be 4 cards that will come out that will like week 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I am recording this on Sunday the 6th of June, so I'm running a little bit behind. However, it's probably timely for you if you obviously if this resonates with you. So yeah, we'll just get going, because there's something about like moving on in a timely manner, but it's not a sense of urgency, but just keep moving, keeping that momentum going. Okay, I'm hearing the words like looking deeper within you. So most of the reads that of this month are reasonably deep. So there's a lot of shifting for people. I'm going to take these. Oh, I was going to say I was going to take this one, but these two. So core reaction. The first 2 cards that come out for you today. So there's something at the core or of you that you may be working through. So the core meaning being in this deck, when I think about that is around the solar plexus area, so even the heart chakra, but also around the sacral area. But there's something at the core that needs to be looked at or discovered or worked through in that sense. But there's some sort of reaction with that as well. So in this one, it looks like she's like, she is like crying, or there are tears. So there's something emotional that's going on, and you may be reacting in that way. And that's cool, because we're needing to release things, and that's one of the ways that we can allow ourselves to release and let go of old stuff, and even like some new stuff to help us so we don't suppress it. But it's, there is some sort of reaction that's going on, and it seems to be on an emotional level. So let it be, let it come. Yeah, okay, so when doing that, it helps us to find balance, or helps you to find balance. So I've noticed I'm saying so I'm actually a Gemini, and I follow that sign. That's my predominant sign that I follow, which is in my sun sign for me. You'll notice I say us, and when I do that, because I'm an empath, so I feel things, or I work a lot more clairsentiently. So I will speak as though I am, whatever sign that I'm working on at that time. So balance, creating balance, and this will help by looking, working with this core whatever is going on at the core of a situation or a core of you that is happening in this situation or experiencing, or you may be experiencing at the moment. There may be that reaction or with some tears there or some emotions in some sort of way. But the balance card brings it, is come up. So, this is about creating balance around you at the moment, and all coming through this month, if that resonates with you, which helps with, creating that renewal. So with releasing things and, balance and, look, finding ways or looking for things in ways to help you find balance. And sometimes that could be, some sort of movement, exercise or movement, going out and getting some fresh air, getting in touch with nature again. It could be like, doing a clearing or a cleansing, whether that be with water and or a blessing I'm hearing in the background there as well. And that could be with water or, sage or whatever, tool that you know of, and how to like clear and cleanse and, rejuvenate your energy field and making it a little bit lighter for you rather than having, things quite heavy. I'm going to take these two as well. And there's friction and stretch. So friction is like that, friction, sometimes, friction warms up things and it gets things out. So there is maybe some sort of friction around you as well that's been, I'm hearing, hanging around you for a little while for some of you, and some of you it may be just coming up right now. But there is something here about stretch as well, with the word stretch that's coming through there. And when I look at this card, it's like there's a lot of reaching out or stretching out and reaching not only to give but to receive as well. And it may be that you are reaching out a lot more often than not. So bringing that energy back to you and clearing and cleansing yourself of whatever it is. But I'm also hearing like reaching or stretching out, stretching your the way that you're thinking, outside of your comfort zone as well, but also stretching your mind as to how you're thinking about things, and and shifting your perspective or your perception about something or things, whatever it is for you. So it could be something that's going on in your personal life. It could be something like is in a love relationship, and or even something about within your work life or your business, where you're being maybe pushed out of your comfort zone, and you maybe, some of you, I'm hearing the word struggling, or you're just trying to figure out things and getting your head around things. So it may be meaning that you've got to open your mind a little bit more, or open your heart up a bit more, or open your emotions, and feel that emotion that is being built up or welled up inside of you, so you can get to the core of the situation. But so that's where I'm hearing is like there's something where you're maybe needing or to get through, get to the core of something and to figure out how you can move forward, or helping. You may be helping, some of you may be helping somebody move forward with something, but at the same time and in the same token, it's helping you to move forward or shift and find different ways to do things. Okay, the Princess of Pentacles here. So it may have something to do around with family there, and it may have something to do around money or a money situation or finances in some way or form, but also it could be that you around energy wise, as well as even making money, stretching your money to make ends meet or something like that. So there's something around that. The Devil card has come out as well in here under this first card. So it's like, I feel like that's something, there's usually something toxic that's going on that may be a bit of a block there, or maybe some of yous have, that is at the core of it. So it's to allow this new beginning or this new energy to come through, to create these shifts that are going on within you in either one of the areas that I mentioned just before. The Princess is, is like the Page of Pentacles in other decks. So, and it usually denotes something about something new, a new way of moving, a new way of doing things, or new money coming in, or a new perspective in the way that you used to do things. And then maybe, because I'm hearing something about, also our what is, in the question is, what is your relationship with money like? It may be like that you fritter it away, or it may be that You give money away more frequently than and not, and forget about yourself, or not think about yourself as much as as you probably could do so. But it's going back to the core of that, of where that come from, which is because the devil can also talk about addictions in a way, and not necessarily about drugs or anything like that, or recreational drugs in some form or way, but it could be that you have a habit of, or there may be a pattern that needs to be broken, that can sometimes end up being, depending on how you look at it, toxic, because this normally is about toxic stuff, really. But it's also about freeing yourself up from the bonds, from the chains that bond you to something or someone, in some way or form as well. But it opens up doors when we look at the core of it to shift that sort of thing. So interesting that the Princess of Pentacles is in the between that. So there's something there for you, Aquarius, is to maybe ground yourself and to figure it out what it is that is going on there. So then we have the Justice card, which is finding balance again. So in the with this reaction card here, and friction. So then, like I say, there may be some friction going on there. Maybe you've created it, or you think that you've created it. And I'm hearing that it may be that big, something, the friction may be that you've enabling something or someone, or something that's going on in your life. But justice here is finding balance within that as well. Okay, so it's like seeing, because I'm just noticing actually the energy or the light that's coming from your eyes, and I'm wanting to say, like, this is about seeing through something, seeing past something, to find balance in your life, in the situation that is maybe going on there. So there may be someone that's that's in around you that is has an effect, or on this on your energy levels as well, but even on your health. There may be something that you're needing to get rid of or shift with, that's to do with your health. Because for me, the Pentacles is not just about finances and money and career. It is it's about family and family values and things like that. But also around energy wise and health. So there could be a few things going on in there for some of you, and maybe just one or two things going on there. But underneath this Justice card, there's the Four of Swords here. So there's something about taking a break, which is maybe what you're needing to do, is having a rest, taking a break. And because it's like here, I'm just seeing that these swords are laid down. It's like laying down your swords and allowing yourself to to have a rest, and so you can get whatever it is out of your mind. Because this is swords is typically, because this is obviously you being an Aquarius, an air sign. This is about you taking a break and having a bit of a rest with whatever is going on, so you can work through whatever it is, and then you can see, or we can see what is what it is that we need to be working on for ourselves. Communication, it may be that you're needing to communicate something, find a bit more balance in there in order to to be in your power, and to be in your power. And it may be that you're needing to communicate something as well, because and maybe taking a step back, which is what I'm feeling with that, in order to find this balance. Okay, that is there. So it may actually balance out your financial situation with whatever it is going there, or your, like I say, health, or some family matters that may be going on in there. The Seven of Pentacles here, and the Balance card, and this third card that's here talks about, there's usually, for me, sevens is there is a turning point, or of something that's coming there. The ground looks a little bit barren there, but there are coins there. This man is holding, 2 coins, and there are the other 5 are like, are in the ground, are buried in the ground. So there's something about grounding there. I do feel like there may be something that's stretching you or out of your comfort zone, but it's like finding that balance, which is what this one here is about, is like getting some, finding a way to, what I'm hearing, like to ground yourself, or anchor yourself, because I'm hearing about making some decisions as well, because that's what the Swords is about too, is making, being decisive, or making decisions about something that is going on in your life, okay, in one of those areas. But it seems to me like there is some sort of a, a turning point there, with this Justice card in between these pentacles here on this row, which is really, really cool, really interesting. It's like you're coming out of something, you've figured something else about how you can find that balance and how you can move forward or move on from something, which is really cool. Awesome. So there's some movement there, which is good, and something is turning around. Two of Cups, see, look there. Two of Cups talks about, for me, is about building, partnerships, relationships. I do feel like this, in a loving way. It's like you've had a shift in, the Ace is about, an emotional shift, or you've, worked on something emotionally is what I'm getting for you. But the Two of Cups is like, yep, I feel like this is more to do with the relationship with yourself, your emotional relationship with yourself, and how that works with you. Because, there is something also shifting in how you, with that, working on that emotional relationship with yourself will help you to work with, relationships, outside of you, which is really, like family or friends, or even something to do with maybe a partnership in some sort of way with this card here. So there's a beautiful partnership that's, that's forming. And like I say, with this turning point and finding balance, cool. And finding that balance or working with that balance, yeah, it will help with that turning point. But I'm interesting that this stretch card here is underneath this one. It's like stretching yourself outside of the paradigms of what you know already, and just exploring another way of doing something that will help, by the feel of it, shift with that, going into that turning point and looking at all sorts of things differently, in a different way, and how you can do things differently. How you can do things differently. Cool. Awesome. This one is like really flowing really quickly with you guys and girls. I can't just say girls or guys, because it's like, it just doesn't seem right, really, because there's probably males and females that are watching this. So, and it's finding that balance. Okay, that's it. Because there's the renewal here with this card here. Oopsie daisy. Renewal. It's like there's something, there's a newness that comes out of it. If I'm reading, because I'm reading these like in a row down, so these are like, this last week, because this is the Sunday the 6th of June, so this may have already happened there, where you're starting to release things that serve you no purpose for your highest good, so you can move into this next phase throughout the rest of this month. You may be, things may be moving a bit quick, so it's not to say that this is exactly going to happen, last week, this week, in the following weeks in this order. It may be a little bit, come a little bit quicker, and it may be something else that you may find that comes a little bit sooner than something else. So it's like, this is where they're talking about getting out of your mind and stretching your thoughts and out of your comfort zone of or the way that you normally think about things, and in your space. Wow, that are happening in your space and around you. Wow, renewal, cool. The Three of Wands. So there may be something that, with this turnaround, it's like, I feel like this Three of Wands is saying, get going. So you may have been sitting on something, and an idea or a thought, or something that you're working on, that you've actually already stretched your mind out, but it's like you're not actually taking action with it. And you may have been just waiting for something to happen, or something to happen in the sense like a sign or something to come to you. But with this renewal here, I feel like this is saying, you are ready for it, to get going, get cracking. It's like breaking a habit, or, a chain of things there. Ooh, letting yourself free so you can go out and explore. So it's out freeing yourself from what is going on in your mind. Wow. This is really flowing a lot quicker than has been with the other reads tonight. So Ace of Pentacles, yep. So there's a new gift. There's a new beginning, or a new beginning in a way, but there's a gift that's coming. So, usually in other cards, the decks that I've got, there is a hand with a coin that's coming out of the cloud. So there's either a new opportunity, a gift in some way, or something that's coming through for you. But it's like you're just moving through this and finding this balance and allowing yourself to express yourself, okay, with love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement, adventure, prosperity, and abundance. And this is about, I'm hearing like this is about you being kind to yourself as well, and or to others, in order to get the best possible solution for you, or best possible outcome, for your highest and greatest good, of course. So actually, no, I don't want these ones. I want these ones now. They're just shifting me along to bring out these cards. And I just want to go down these. This is a very different read compared to some of the others. And there's a very different feeling about your energy at the moment, or this month. So it's like I really want to get going and moving on. See, look, this Three of Wands has come up again. So there is something that is really like you've been looking in search of something, which is what the Two of Wands is, but there's something like that is like urging you, I feel like is urging you to get moving and start, or not in a rushed way, but just taking the next step in something. The Five of Cups here comes out. It's like, so you can, in moving past something. So there may be something like that is emotional that's going on, or some sort of disruption or hold up that you are going through with it, and it's probably emotionally. So it's like not letting this emotional energy get in your way. It's like, emotions are energy in motion, basically. So it's like, even though there is something going on, I feel like that's like utilizing that energy, or that emotional energy that is around you at the moment, or you're moving through, to help propel you forward rather than be in a stagnant position. Okay, the High Priestess is saying, like, listen to your intuition. Okay, she's very intuitive, or the High Priest, sorry, but he's like that spiritual teacher. So there may be some sort of spiritual learning or growth that's coming from this, but I'm also hearing like even with the High Priestess, it's like he too, like, is I feel like there's a guide or something, because he can be a guide as well, this energy. So there's a guide that's around you, maybe someone in the physical, is a guide in the physical, but also someone in the spiritual as well, that is guiding you out of this place that you're in, to move forward or move on from something. But there's some ideas that you've had, so I feel like he's guiding you. He's actually guiding you, or to move away or move forward with something, an idea, because here's the Sun. The Sun is about hope, okay, and inspiration. So he's inspiring you and asking you to have that hope, and to trust also in the path that you're wanting to go. Here, the Knight of Swords is coming through with this balance. So there's some energy that's moving quite quickly, and it can come all of a sudden. I feel like this is you, like you're wanting to move. So this is, allowing yourself to move. And it's, okay, I've just seen that, notice that now it's over the Seven of Pentacles here. So there is, the movement can come quite swiftly, and it can feel quite disruptive. And sometimes it can, overwhelming at times, and it's like, and you may balk at it, but this is about you. And I'm feeling like listening to your intuition. It's like going a little bit deeper and allowing yourself to, like, just, roll with it or run with this energy, because it's a burst of energy is what I'm hearing. And it will help, and I'm feeling, help you with whatever is happening, because I do feel like there's a turning point where this energy will help to uplift you, to get you moving, as well as with this, with this relationship with yourself, as well as with others. But I keep hearing about this, about being kind to yourself and not going in your head too much, okay? And seeing things, for what they are as well. So you can move through this emotional stagnancy is what I'm hearing in here. And, always having hope. But I'm hearing an inspiration, inspiring thoughts and feelings. You can shift it. Oh, okay. Because it's like going in your head. Where are we going? I can hear a song, like getting out of your head. Now the Ten of Wands has come up, so there's something, a transitional period that comes up that, you know, you may feel like you're getting pushed to go into it, about like letting go of burdens, other people's burdens, and also burdens that you've placed upon yourself through overthinking about things. So I feel that's what this Knight of Swords, the energy is coming through in order to help you through this turning point that you're feeling, sensing, and you're wanting to like create or be or make happen. Or kind of hearing, I don't want to say make happen, but it's like not forcing it to happen, but at some point we've got to make things happen as well by by taking these signs and these symbols and these feelings or thoughts that are positive, that are wanting to get moving, this energy that's there. We've got to start making things happen. And I feel like you may be getting a bit of a push and a shove to turn things around and get going. So instead of feeling overwhelmed by it, it's like utilizing. It can be overwhelming sometimes when this card comes in, but it's like utilizing that energy to help propel you forward, because the 10, it's trying to help you to like let go of what doesn't serve you for your highest good. And, there may be some boundaries that you've put up. So it's like letting that go so you can move into a new direction, okay? The 5 of Pentacles comes up because it's like it opens there may be, finances. You may be going through some sort of financial hardship as well, but I do feel like there's a breakthrough. It's like something's pushing you through that, or pushing your mind, or helping you shift shift you out of that space, and so you can move forward from this financial or energy depletion, or this energy hold up that you have, or financial hold up that you have. But I also feel like there's something to do with maybe family stuff that's going on, where there's a shift in that, and it's a shift in that, but with your energy as well going through there. But there's something happening, something moving. So and it's all like, this has come fallen under the renewal card. It's all in an endeavor to help you to move. And interesting, the 3 of Wands here is there as well. So it's just saying like let's get going. Don't let money or whatever it is, this lack of whatever it is, money, energy, family, support, or whatever it is, stop you or continue to stop you, but let it help you move forward, because this 3 of Wands is saying like, here is like, now it's time to take some action. It's time to like move on from where you are now. And I feel like, because the Wands is about action. It's about taking action and making in movement, but there's also, it's like helping you to like, encouraging you to switch that from because I'm hearing there can be a little bit of stagnancy there for a bit, but it's like now it's time to let that go and move forward. And even if you're not fully letting it go, it's like moving forward anyway, because that will help you let things go, because you'll start to take these steps, and it's like seeing and feeling, doing, and taking action when things, it's like it helps to let things go. Okay. I'm feeling a little bit rushed, and like, it's like, okay, it's not so much rushed. It's more, I'm feeling like there's a momentum that's in there, and it's like, I just want to get moving with something, not rushing, but gathering momentum and continuing with it. So because here we have the Knight of Wands here, and he's an action taker as well. So it's beautiful there with this renewal. It's like he's there, he's on his camel, but he's holding, I'm just seeing what that is. He's like, what I'm seeing is like, I'm seeing that as a scepter, in the sense like a guide, and he's holding his hand out, and he's like, okay, squaring up where he's going. It's like there's like a compass, and he's like seeing like where the wind's blowing, where it's taking him, where this flame is in his hand. And if the wind's blowing that way, I'm going to go that way, because that's the direction and where, because it's interesting with the swords comes through in the direction where I think I'll go, because the knights are about movement as well. So the Knight of Wands has this I feel like he's saying, you know, get up, you know, find that passion, or bring in through that passion so you can keep that momentum going. So with this energy coming in, I feel like there's, you know, your energy will start to feel like it's lifting, so you can get moving into the direction where you feel like you are drawn to go. Okay, and you may have been holding off for a bit, you know, and it could have been through some sort of family circumstances. It could have been through, you know, the shortage of financial income coming through, or money, and you may have felt like you're not able to move. But I feel like he's coming in and saying, yep, I'm here to help lift your energy and bring some, you know, bring some energy and some motivation for you to get moving, to move on. Page of Wands has come through again, so there's a lot of encouragement to take some, you know, make some physical sort of movement. And you know, and you know, the very, where they're going. And sometimes, you know, the Knight of Wands can be, you know, Wands can have quite an enthusiastic energy, and so you may feel like quite pushed out of your comfort zone with this Knight, as well as that Knight coming through there. So and it can be quite overwhelming when, you know, a Knight or energy comes into your life as well. So whether it be, you know, energetically wise or not, through you know, spiritually or physically. But I wouldn't be surprised if there is a younger male energy that comes into your life, possibly a younger female energy that comes into your life, whatever it is for you, that, you know, sparks your energy to help lift your energy so you can get moving and get onto it, or get on with it in your life. With this Page of Wands here, there is saying, you know, he, you know, brings this new energy with this new beginning as well. So that's pretty cool. So a lot of movement and taking action with you this month, that seems to be, as you know, moving, you know, through this whatever emotional stuff that you are holding onto, or you are not so necessarily holding onto from the past, but it could be something, a re-triggering of something, or a different phase of that stuff in the past, but it could be something new that's been happening around you. Maybe not so new for some of you. It could be, you know, something that you're still processing from grief and that sort of thing. Then you're coming through the tail end of it, or even through, it could be at any phase of it really, on saying that, but there's something about moving, you know, some sort of spiritual guidance there that is moving you on, and moving you, or keeping this momentum of moving forward is what I'm hearing. But yeah, forward. And forward could mean like directly forward. It could be, you know, out that, you know, left or the right or whatever. But it's movement in some way. Cool. Wow. A lot of action, a lot of movement, which is really cool. So it's like very inspiring is what I'm feeling here, but it's like then in releasing as well, because I feel like you may have been holding on to somebody else's stuff, or there may have something, you know, that you've, some of it may be yours. Usually, generally, it is our own stuff if we're holding on to somebody other stuff, and it could be that you've, you know, and sometimes we don't even realize we're doing it. So it's not beating yourself up, which is why I'm feeling like this is about being kind to yourself as well. So here we have the Three of Swords here. So there's something about, you know, with whatever this disappointment is not like you're working through it. It's come through in this, but it's about having hope, basically. And again, because it's got the sun there as well, and this, you know, high priest energy there, with this energy here of reaction. Okay. I do, you know, okay. Okay, I thought there was something going to come through there. I was going, I do what? I do, I'm hearing, yeah, I'm hearing this, that I do want to move on. I do want to create some sort of shift is what I'm hearing that some of you may be saying, but it's like, I'm not not sure how that's going to happen, or but I feel like this is, with this balance here is you know, like, where are they going? Getting yourself out and about, and some fresh air, and getting back into nature, or, you know, meditation, something to help shift you out of that space. Here's the Ace of Swords. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by the end of the month that there is a shift in the way that your perception about things, but also I'm feeling that there's something about, and I'm seeing with this, there's some light that's being shed where the sword is anchored into this rock. Okay, so I do feel like you will have, and I do, because this Knight of Swords is obviously you. There may have been some disappointment, that you may have been disappointed in yourself, or something else, someone else, or something else that's happened. But there's a shift in the way that your perception, and you start to move forward. But it's like you in your power, in your truth as well. So it's like I feel like I can feel like some of you is anyway, like you're able to pull that sword out of that rock, just like how Arthur did, and King Arthur did, that sort of scenario there where, and so it's like, yeah, I am strong, I am able, I am willing, and I am wanting to move, to shift. And here's the Chariot here. So there may be by being in your own truth, it helps you to like make new choices. There's a change in direction. There's, possibly more, because these horses, and a bit of energy going there. These horses are moving quite quickly. So something is moving quite quickly, or pushes you to move quite quickly, or challenges you. And I feel like even your energy may lift, because this King of Wands is here, as well as the swords, King of Wands, the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords is there to help you to shift through whatever it is that you are working on with yourself as well. So yeah, no time to sit down at the moment, but we're coming through this month, so it's it seems like there's a timely movement or a timely shift to get moving with something. Like I say, it could be a loss of a job, it could be something's happened, or a shift in your job, and it may be that you're leaving a job to move into something else. It could be something to do with your business or your family. It could be that someone has passed away in the recent past, or in the distant past, and things are starting to be a shifting again. You're going through another phase, so that's absolutely beautiful. You're moving, and that's the good thing. There's some movement there. Okay, so this is messages from Archangel Michael. So, and he suggests here that you're wearing colors that increase your vibration and make you smile, glow, and feel good. Okay. And then here's this other one here: surround yourself in blue and or white light. So when those are really beautiful, healing colors. And Archangel Michael for me is always when I know when he's around, there's either a lot of white energy, which could be the Christ energy as well, but also a lot of blue, and I seem to be drawn to a lot more blue colors. But I'm also being drawn to that blue as in water as well can be really nice and refreshing. So maybe going to the beach or the sea, not necessarily going to the to bush and nature, because nature is the beach and the sea as well. It could be for you that you prefer to go to a favorite spring to bathe in it, to refresh your energy, and that sort of stuff, whether it be spiritually, physically, or all over, but yeah, here we go there: yoga, tai chi, jogging, walking, gentle workouts, and just anything that that brings you back into this moment, basically, and gets your blood flowing, which helps you thinking, airing yourself out and getting out into outside, or just movement as an exercise in any sort of way. Cool. Yoga, tai chi is really cool. Jogging, walking, gentle workouts, and connecting to self, basically. Awesome. I'm going to leave that there with you now, Aquarius. I hope that helps you and inspires you to keep moving, and just letting you know that there is some movement there. So, like I say, I'll leave that with you with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, adventure, and prosperity in abundance. Okay? Bye for now, and actually I'll see you in a couple of weeks.